Try to relax your anus, your shoulders. Your shoulders.
Well, that's one way to start a stream. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the exciting chicken suit stream. Who has a relaxed anus here? Finally, a major streamer playing Alleyway. First off, I'm not major, and secondly, yeah, that, man, But again, you know, it's all relative. For the time, it was a big deal. You know, 1989, you were playing some game like that on a portable console. You know, it was a big deal. Times have changed. Even if you look at Super Mario Land, you know, it was very, 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 very basic and even visually. But just the fact that you had a game like that on the go was a pretty big deal, you know. So Dylan Bacon coming through with the cucumbers and the bacon. I'm not that stoned. I will be. I'm not yet, though. So, I see some people saying that. So, I'm not. That will change. That will absolutely change. Critical has invaded Texas. That is very exciting. You love Alleyway and watching ice melt. Well, it's funny, man. When I was a kid, I played the shit out of Alleyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was just so amazing. But now, especially playing it this afternoon again, I'm like, oh, God. Like, ooh, that was, but I get it. It was a launch title, and it wasn't even, and look, it was all about Super Mario Land. And, Tetris. Couldn't think of the other fucking name. Tetris. And it had it. Had those. You know? Yes, it is the real life. Ow. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't jump on trying to get a analog pocket. You know, I will get one eventually. Alleyway isn't that different from mobile games that people kill their time with these days. And the thing, yeah, and they're free. But again, it was a different time. I will say I was actually impressed, Fentazen, how good tennis was. You know, I expected that to be not as enjoyable as it was, and it's quite enjoyable. You know? Well, that was the biggest thing with the Game Boy is that, yeah, okay, obviously it's screen. It wasn't color like the Lynx or the Game Gear. The Lynx was, I think, like came out a month later or very close. In comparison to whatchamacallit, it was like one month after the Game Boy. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm starting to get stoned. No, I have not heard that ever, CB96. But my point being is that was the big thing with the Game Boy. Yeah, the screen wasn't great, but you could get, 10 hours of battery life with 4 AA's as opposed to like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours on 6 AA's. It's a lot of money, man, for not even like around a fifth of battery life, you know? Hey, for horn stunt, my day was long, busy, and interesting, which is pretty much exactly opposite of what you would consider my penis. But oh.
I am thoroughly tickled.
That actually is a good blend. That's a good blend. So we're going to watch some crazy-ass cop videos. This is actually what I wanted to do. I actually had this planned on Code Blue Cam. So let's see here. Here's why you shouldn't run from the police. I'm trying to find the crazy one. Yeah, this is fucking nuts. This guy grabbed, I'll show you obviously. I'm not that out of my mind. This guy, I guess, like tried to molest a little girl at a Walmart or something like that. I'll fix the screen here. And he's a bartender somewhere, and he just fucking gets the fuck out of Dodge. So, I haven't done these in a while, too. These are pretty entertaining. It's amazing. It always amazes me. It must be that some people, not that doesn't happen here, but it's suicide by cop. Has to be. Because it's like, what are you gonna do, dude? It's not Grand Theft Auto. You can't shoot 3 cops and then just drive for 20 minutes and your fucking wanted level will go down. It has to be that this is it. It's like I'm taking whoever with me and I'm going out.
Dominic, you got taser?
What's up, Saggy Melon? What's up, Mari? What's up, everybody?
You stop!
Yeah, I heard that. Does that fucking shock anybody? Billy Mays' cocaine addiction. Like, I can't, man. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Also, letting everybody know, let's check how many members we're at, by the way, before we get into this shit, because it is pretty fucking crazy. I love watching these videos, dude. I could watch these videos. If I knew that it wasn't annoying to my audience, I would watch these on live stream like every fucking day. It's not just for the shock value. Like this is like if I'm playing Elden Ring, Jeffrey Tucker. We're at 335 members, which is not bad. Let's see if we can hit that 500 number again. If we get to the 500 number, which I think we will, 500 members, I'm doing a giveaway, and the giveaway is all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on the newest stream. I'll let you know which stream. I'll put it in the community tab. If you're a sub, you leave a comment. I choose a random winner. Again, so long as you're a sub, which is free. And when we hit the 500 member mark, I'll do 2 Series S's, give them away.
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
Cock. A eunuch. Wait, hold on. Let me just get it over with because it's Google Fish, so you know it's going to be insane. Cock. A unicorn appears, shoves its head up your ass. Poop horn confirmed. Play that chicken song while looking into the camera.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus.
I am thoroughly tickled.
Thank you. Jay Legend, thank you for becoming a member.
On May 20th.
Yeah, not having a backlight. You know, I mean, the Lynx was like on par with what the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo could do graphically. So it was much more capable, which also sucks up more battery life. Yes, the backlight. The LCD tech wasn't as efficient yet. Cock-a-doodle-doo, anus-a-doodle-doo. Actually, I could even do that. You know what?
Try to relax your anus.
I didn't mean to hit the applause.
22nd, 2021. A man followed a 10-year-old girl through multiple aisles in Walmart and touched her inappropriately in Onalaska, Wisconsin. The man was later identified as 30-year-old Josie Amon. The girl immediately told her mother about what happened, who then confronted Josie. When she accused him, he reportedly fled the store and left the parking lot in a pickup truck.
Like, you're just in a fucking store and just go up and just try to touch. It's just amazing.
According to the report, the mother didn't witness the assault.
This and a few other cases.
Hey, Rich, I made a video on my channel about getting a PS5 at retail, and they are legit, and congratulations on reaching 1 million subs. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Congratulations on getting a PS5 at retail price, which is something most people cannot do right now. Hey, look, there's a cannabis place.
No. I said, hey, when are you available? And he's like, pretty
Relax your
busy.
anus.
I'm not available till 6 today, and pretty busy all weekend.
Thank
I'm
you
like,
very
well,
much,
tell me when
Jay
you're
Legend.
available. He's like, Monday after 2. But I'm like, where do you work? Just so I can make a note of it. He's like, bodega.
Surveillance video showed the mother chasing Josie, but there was no monitoring in the aisle where the assault allegedly occurred. A few days later, police reviewed the video and observed Josie go into the Subway store inside of Walmart.
Is it just you today, or do you got help?
It's just me for the moment.
Okay. Does the name Josie ring a bell?
Yes.
Is he here?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta talk to him.
Thank you, Titanius.
Subway staff provided a receipt of the transaction, but it did not have the name for the card used. The Onalaska police had a subpoena for records served on Subway to request the video debit card information. The records received under the subpoena implicated Josie. 5 months later, police confronted Josie at his place of employment.
Ken Lee, how are you, man? You can see just by how he's walking, he's shitting himself.
Hey, Josie. Officer Flatton.
Which, let's be objective, you know, if a cop was just coming to talk to you nowhere, it is a little unnerving at first.
This is a little bit more urgent for me, so I decided to just come down and talk to you here. I need to talk to you about an incident where you're my suspect. Okay. Do you have any idea what I'm referring to? Okay. You ever been to the Onalaska Walmart?
Times, but
For a person getting 2 cops come up to you, he is not acting very surprised. If I was innocent of something and 2 cops came, be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. Okay. In May, we got a complaint from a parent and a young girl at the Walmart in Alaska that involves you. Anything ring a bell to that? Okay. Have you ever been at the Walmart where you got chased out of the store?
no.
No? Okay. So we've got video of you getting chased out of Walmart by a mom.
I highly doubt that.
Huh?
No, I don't believe you do.
Okay. I do.
What are you doubting, dude? They got you on camera. They don't have him on camera, actually. Unfortunately, they don't have him on camera assaulting the girl. Not that his reaction here is pretty obvious that he's fucking guilty. You'll see it. He already is seeming guilty, but this is nothing. But, like, come on, dude. Like, again, an innocent person would be like, yeah, like, some fucking lady just started screaming at me. And I'm like, she said I didn't touch her fucking kid. That's what a normal person would do if you were being accused of this and you didn't do anything. This guy looks like someone just shoved a redwood up his ass. And, like, you could just tell, like, why is his arms like this? Were you bench pressing something in the back? Abby, Bruno is barking. Thank you. How you feeling, by the way, Abby?
Am I under arrest?
I'd like to talk to you a little bit more,
What's up, Bullcraft?
but you had previously...
I don't know. What is it, Jerry?
Did you agree that this is you? No?
Hey, this person that looks exactly like, would you agree this is you? No. Well, okay then. This case is closed. Which, how much for Woody? Wait, you mean if I get like a Woody doll? I don't know, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm only doing this for 15 streams.
Is this your truck?
Definitely not.
No? Is that something you've ever driven?
No, I don't even have a topper on my truck.
Okay.
Mine's an extended cab.
You don't think that resembles you in the slightest? No?
I'm not gonna.
Oh, God, he's pulling the Quantum TV defense. You can't prove it. What does he have, a fucking mask on? Is that going to be his shit? Come on, dude.
Agree to that.
Okay. So the incident is that...
I could pretty much verify your identity just from seeing him hold the phone up towards the camera.
reported to us that you had grabbed a child's buttock in a grocery aisle. No? Okay. So we reviewed video and watched the suspect of this whole thing prior to this incident with the juvenile was inside Subway, bought a sub sandwich, used your debit card. Okay.
Wait. Somebody used my debit card, you said?
Well, you.
In a Subway?
Yep, on Alaska Walmart Subway.
Okay.
So walked in.
The thing that makes him the most guilty is just his reactions to, like, he was too ready for this. Sid Hero, thank you very much for popping through, man. I appreciate it.
Into the store, the vestibule, goes into Subway, gets some food, eats and stuff, and goes into the store. Okay. You're still want to tell me you have no
Someone
idea what
said
I'm talking
hello.
about? Okay. Are you the only one that would have your debit card? Or do you share with people who look a lot like you?
You share with people who look a lot like you.
No? Okay. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Oh no, he runs. And he runs. Come on, dude.
Dominic, you got taser?
Don't run.
Stop! You stop! Stop! Get on the ground!
And dude, who runs like that? That is just like, that seals the deal. Obviously, a court of law, innocent until proven guilty. But bro, you fucking run. I was opening up StreamLabs, by the way, if you guys are wondering what I was doing. And that's not how a person acts. Like, if you came into a place and I genuinely didn't do something, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what even is this? You don't act like he was too fucking calm. EDP would have, dude, why are you putting me in a position to, he wouldn't have gotten out the fucking, they would have got him before he even took, he would take one step away, you'd already have handcuffs on him. Yeah, even if you're innocent, who said that? Even if you're innocent, you don't fucking run.
You good?
Yep. 305.
No, any wearing custody. Okay.
Fucking weirdo going around grabbing little girls' asses. Fuck wrong with you?
Squad in front of Qdoba.
You're under arrest for sexual assault of a minor. You have any questions? Josie? Are you injured at all?
I just came to get something to eat. I have been in television for whatever fucking amount of years, he said. That is still, I've never seen, I personally, even with all of these other videos and all of these vigilante predator groups, I have not seen it where one guy gets caught in a sting, showing up to the house butt-ass naked because he thought the underage decoy wanted him to. That actually wasn't underage, but you get my point. They pretended to be. Walks in butt-ass naked into a house to fuck an underage kid, gets caught in a sting operation, and the next day instantly tries to go fuck another underage kid. That has not been beaten. Thankfully. Nothing seals the deal in being guilty. Yeah, dude, and just his reactions. Like a normal person who didn't do anything wrong, okay, would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, I was at a Walmart. Who gives a shit? Like, I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? He was just there to get a cup. Oh, yes, he was just there to get a cupcake. Even EDP, like, dude, yeah, who drives? Even a fat guy does not drive far to get a cupcake. Cupcakes are very accessible. You could go to the closest bodega around you and get a pretty tasty cupcake. Is it hot at all? Not with a giant air conditioner blowing right on me. It's actually surprisingly tolerable. Will I wear it after the 15 days? No, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm sick and I need help.
What do you mean? Like you're gonna puke right now or something else?
Something else.
Alright. We're gonna sit you up, bud. Roll over your side.
He's gonna shit on the cop.
This way.
I think it's safe to say this guy does not have that job anymore.
Okay, let's go up on your butt. We'll stand you up in the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
And that's it. That's his life. There it is. Now he's gonna always be known as this guy. So, hey, Rich, if you have any, what are your thoughts on Nick? I don't even know who the fuck that is. The non-binary neckbeard. Interesting name. I think you'd enjoy Patty Mayo. He's a bounty hunter that records his operation, uploads them to YouTube. Patty Mayo? What an interesting name. Okay. The One Angry Gamer site is trying to sell. It's the same outlet. I'm pretty sure put you and a lot of other content creators on a Traders to America list. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so making a video on that. Oh, what's the matter? You went too far off the deep end, you fucking weirdo, and now shit has to shut down. Aww. Yo. You know what's crazy, too, is that there was actually, before I realized he was a fucking insane, super far right-wing nutbag, I actually cited them for sources for some articles when it was, like, good gaming stuff. I'll admit it. I even admit it in the video where the dumbass called me a traitor to America. He could go fuck off. Oh, man. The kid looks like Leafy. No, he doesn't. Doesn't look like Leafy. Oh, that brings me such... I have to make a notepad of it. That's video worthy. That is video worthy. Wah, wah. Oh, God. So thank you for everyone who came through this afternoon when we watched when I was playing Game Boy games. Kind of interesting to go back to that. Yeah, bro, he looks nothing like Leafy. Oh, I love Game Boy too. Don't get me wrong, but you know, Tennis, Tetris, and Super Mario. Well, those are three games that I was surprised how good Tennis is. Those three games alone would have just made the launch. Alleyway was just like uninspired fodder. Baseball, same with that too. Let's put out a barely competent baseball game, which would argue is competent, just to have a more fleshed out lineup. But if they got rid of Alleyway in baseball, those other three games would have been fine. He even accused non-Americans of treason. I'm going to take joy in that. Do stupid shit, you win stupid prizes. He had Scott the Woz on that list, too. Like, who fucks with Scott the Woz? Him and, like, Spawnwave are the most drama-free people on the planet. You know? He was on the Traders to America list on oneangryvirgin.net, which is probably fairly accurate. That is a bright subway sign. The irony of that sign being right there with with what this man is accused of going in that police car. What's up, Juan?
Are you lost? No. I was over at my school and I was like...
See, I kind of like this Code Blue because it shows crazy shit, but not everything. Like a lot of the stuff on, which I think is important to show, because it shows the whole story with a lot of those videos, like the police activity. There's a lot of them that are very violent, whereas these kind of have a story behind them. You know what happened. It's not just, you know, guy gets his head blown off after robbing a bank.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little winded. I haven't ran in a while.
That's alright. That'll last me, guys.
Oh, his anus is going to be plenty relaxed in prison.
Yeah.
whether he wants it to be or not.
All right.
You want to ride back to the car over by park or no?
We're not too far.
Okay, I was gonna say if not.
And even if he gets away with no prison time, which I doubt he will, you could argue that this may be worse. How many views is this video is never going to go away? It was just put up late March, man. I wish one of my YouTube videos. Almost 7 million views. Millions upon millions of people know what this piece of shit did. Even if he gets away with no prison time and just parole or something like that. That's it.
Oh, you get right.
It'd be good to get some air.
What?
It'd be good to get some air.
No, I was like, what do you think just happened?
Yeah, that was pretty quick. I didn't get the run vibe from him, but
All of a sudden?
yeah.
Okay. All right, good.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you.
Hey, Chloe.
See, everyone's are good for something.
Dude, I had that.
Josie was charged with felony first-degree sexual assault of a girl under the age of 13 and misdemeanor resisting an officer.
You should get a... Also, you should get an extra couple of years for that terrible hair.
He was free on a $2,500 signature bond and could face up to a 60-year prison sentence if he is convicted.
Holy shit. 60-year prison sentence.
Do you enjoy our content and want to see...
Holy shit. And even if somehow he gets off with no prison time, that's a wrap. I didn't realize it is what it is. Look, if he did what he did, he deserves it, but fuck. Holy shit. That is no joke. Why am I not subbed? Oh, because this is RTU streams. Oh, we got to see this.
4-1, 1050 involved in a state patrol car, 334.2.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
I think what his defense would be is that it wasn't caught on camera and they won't get the 60 out of him. He'll probably get jail time, though. But either way, his life is fucked no matter what, even if he gets no jail time somehow. What's up, Cosmic Productions? And just like that, your life is over 100%.
On March 31st, 2021, a Racine County Sheriff's deputy stopped a vehicle for a traffic and equipment violation in Racine, Wisconsin. The deputy observed two children under the age of 2 in the back seat. One child had no car seat or seatbelt, and the other was in a car seat but not properly installed. The driver of the vehicle initially provided a false name. The deputy noticed signs of impairment, and the driver was arrested for 2 counts of suspicion of drunk driving with a child under the age of 16 years old. While the driver waited for a family member to take custody of the children, they were moved from their vehicle into a squad car for transport. At that same time, a Wisconsin state trooper assisted by blocking a lane of traffic with their squad car, along with cones to allow for the children to be moved safely. Moments later, another vehicle crashed into the state patrol vehicle.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, it's time that we drop. We're now going to be 2 years into this console life cycle. The cross-gen shit got to go.
4-1, 1050 involved in a state patrol car, 334.2.
Because those CPUs were dog shit in the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 when those consoles came out, let alone now. Oh shit, look at that.
Cell phone.
He YouTube likes you, Rich. They notified me. See, it's always like I said. Sometimes it's a half an hour in when the notifications start coming out. Okay, you're right. Doesn't look like Leafy. Keep up the hard work, man, and don't ever change. Thank you. I got to get back to work. Hero out. Thank you very much, man. Have fun at work if that's the thing that can happen. Are you fat phobic? Am I fat phobic? No.
Rear-ended.
Holy shit. That car is destroyed.
You okay? Yeah. All right. Come on. Oh, stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move. Just don't move. Your knee is all, it's broken.
Oh, shit.
Okay? Just stay right there. Don't move.
The vehicle was operated by 25-year-old Harrison Geisler,
who was piss drunk. Oh, so you like heard or saw this or whatever? Scootaloo?
It appeared Harrison had no traffic in front of or next to him as he approached the state patrol vehicle. However, he drove directly into the rear.
He was probably drunk as hell.
Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. Hey, I have rescue come up. 927 rescue.
Oh, man, what is this? Siren busted stuck on?
Prior to the impact, the state trooper observed Harrison rapidly approaching the rear of his cruiser and wasn't slowing. So the trooper placed his cruiser into drive and steered it toward the concrete median barrier to avoid striking the other squad cars directly in front of him.
Oh, shit, quick thinking. Hey, Rich, I got a complaint. Where is a picture of intro guy and your editor that will be funny, man? I met with no shirts, both of them. You ain't getting intro guy shirtless, that I can tell you. Jay, he's already sent 1,000 pictures on Twitter shirtless.
It was estimated Harrison struck the trooper's cruiser at 70 miles per hour.
Hey, we have rescue coming to check you out, all right? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll live.
I know, but you still better go get checked out.
I've been through worse.
Yeah.
I got it.
Man, that is... he must have been going at least like 70.
9-2 dispatch.
That car is 210% totaled.
2 ambulances. This us know.
Oh, they said he was going 70? She thinks working out is inherently... So I go for walks, so she thinks that's me being fat phobic? That doesn't make any sense.
Did you see it? Yeah.
9741.
I just looked in the mirror and I saw it. I said, I went, oh, God. Yeah. I saw it.
You see, that's so crazy. They were still selling a revision of the Game Boy in 7 years after it was made. The Game Boy Pocket was still the same fucking hardware. They improved the screen, but it was still black and white. That is bonkers if you think about it. Because again, the Game Boy is another console. When it first came out, it was already dated hardware.
So I saw him in lane 1 cooking it, and I didn't see him moving over. Oh, God. And it's...
Gotta see what this guy's blood alcohol level is. Because he was probably drunk. Looking down at his phone. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I don't know where the... Should we take a look at state patrol right there? That's him. The trooper, I'm not sure where he's at.
Abby, he is drunk. Yeah, he wasn't paying attention. He was playing his Steam Deck. God, that shit. No, this stuff happens on I-94 all the time. It's an 8-lane, 70-mile-per-hour interstate. It's the main link between Chicago, Milwaukee, Madison, and Twin Cities. Oh, God. And if this guy was not paying attention and drunk, and if he was going that fast.
Is this your car? Oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I don't know if you took a look at this fella. He's...
Get a chance to check out.
E-girls dressed as Pikachu, boring. Rich dressed as chicken, hell yeah. I could dress as Pikachu too. There you go.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah,
that'll buff out. Just get it detailed. That Nissan will be fine.
took care of him, but
or Honda, actually. Excuse me. I think.
I haven't turned you on. I think Kyle has it. I say I haven't turned a kid if you need it.
they're all set there.
How long is this? Oh, it's not that long. I just want to see what ended up being the reason.
Was it jet forward at all?
Yeah, Mike, I think the paint might be chipped just a little bit.
What's that?
Did you head forward at all?
Did I? Yeah, I don't know if I got it all the way to drive. I saw it coming, and I just kind of tried to jam it down.
I was looking at you, and
stopped
I saw
on the
it.
gas.
I went, oh God! And I saw it coming. I was like,
I just tried. Yeah, I tried moving forward, so I don't know if I actually.
did the back radar go off? Is that what it was?
No, I was watching him in the mirror. Because I just kept trying to monitor traffic.
She made deranged TikTok videos calling people working out. Her logic is being fat is not something you can control. Also, not every fat person. As a person who's still not as thin as they could be, I'm still a fat bastard, but I was a hell of a lot bigger. No, you can... It's not being fat phobic, man. Oh, man. It's healthier to not be fat. That's just a fact. That is a scientific, medically proven, irrefutable fact. It's that simple. If you're just in denial if you deny that. Are you super excited for Super Mario Come Factory? Yes, I am pre-ordering that tomorrow. Yes, Brian, thank you very much for the super chat. Rich, do you remember the Nintendo Virtual Boy? I have a broken one in my closet. I remember it being in the news for making people sick. Oh yeah, and it was such a weird system because it wasn't portable, but it was battery powered. It wasn't really VR because it wasn't like you were moving around in a world. You were just you were just sitting in front of it on a desktop. It was one of Nintendo's worst ideas. Due to the car shortage, I wouldn't be surprised if the Honda ended up on some shady used dealer lot. Well, salvage title. Oh, I would believe it. Cars often do 80 to 100 miles an hour in this specific. Holy shit.
I made sure they were moving over, and I saw him. And I don't know if I actually got it all the way to drive. I tried to move, and he hit. And then I saw the wall coming, and then I just saw gray and spin. I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't go over the wall. I'm glad you're right.
Please activate the crash unit.
Who's watching the kids?
Impaired driver. I'm interested.
I have no idea.
Big one's watching the little one or what?
I heard somebody took the kids to the substation, right?
Yeah, Ortiz did. Ortiz!
Yeah, I don't really understand the logic when people are like that, man. It's weird.
Hey, did Dad come already? Huh? Did Dad come already?
No, he's coming.
Susan's got the kids.
Okay, do you want him to go to the hospital then?
Where's
he's all the way back.
My squad's on at the end. Susan has the kids from the initial traffic stop. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to make sure we know who's doing what. Was Padla up here the whole time?
No. Padla just got up here. It was me and Druitt's up here the whole time.
Because I'm literally the first car setting the taper in lane 1.
So yeah, you can go to the hospital. Okay, just grab my cones later, all right?
Yeah. Goes here 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, look at all the fucking debris from
So it'll be a minute, but at least we know who's doing what.
Yeah. I'm gonna update Eddie quick, let him know I'm going.
You can take care of
like Kristen or see about the...
You could tell by how much shit shattered all over how fast he was going.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to hospital to follow guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get a hold of Kristen or somebody.
Yeah, let's just see. I want to just see how this ended.
Possession of drug paraphernalia.
I'm not seeing any IV use. I'm just seeing a lot of the tutors.
Okay. You want to keep possession of that then?
Yeah, I'll take this and the evidence bags.
Sounds good.
Yep, modern engineering saved that engineering and that science shit that many people are afraid of.
They're all in my code box.
Go that fast in a car, an 1980s car from Chevy, or any car for that matter, it wouldn't have ended like this.
I'll walk back with you.
Both Harrison and the state trooper sustained minor injuries as a result of the crash. Harrison was ultimately charged with felony counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, 7 counts, and possession of narcotic drugs. Misdemeanor counts of OWI, first offense, causing injury, possession of THC, possession of drug paraphernalia, and causing injury operating controlled substance. Harrison was also cited up to nearly $1,500 for several traffic violations. Do you enjoy our content?
It's interesting. I feel like that's a little too easy. Yeah, I understand no one got hurt, but... Alright. Hey, it is what it is. Let's see, Oh, look. There's a man. Let's see what June the King got going on. I don't want to finish up the Wings of Redemption. Because the Wings of Redemption one is just kind of... Or maybe we will. Sure, why not? I posted tweets about your Keemstar YouTube. It's about channels that got spammed by bots. Got reported by the bots over... But why would that... What would that have to do with YouTube dying?
Like, these trolls are making accounts on...
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, this place, it gets pretty sad, this, but tired of people saying that old cars were built. You literally impaled by the steering wheel in the 1950s. Yes. Those thin steering wheels, or your head would go, your fucking skull would go through the thin-ass steering wheels. You know. The cars were death traps, man.
TikToks and
I don't
fucking
play
with
about my
people.
children. This is his profile. So if you guys can, please go report him. Go blow his...
Like, he's got like 5 videos here. He's got all these followers, which are almost fake. And he's got all my shit linked, right?
stuff up. This man is kidnapping children.
What the fuck is going on? Oh, man.
The reality is...
So, like, we go to something else here. Like, I scroll down here. This guy, Sam Get a Job, sent me stuff. So I'm looking for all the stuff he sent me right here. Like, here it is.
I'm really fucking sick of this motherfucker. And like during my period as a delivery driver, I started.
But I wish I would make him understand reacting to this stuff is... It's like me going right now. One time I accidentally did it because a troll. Well played. They tricked me into watching a troll video on me. Don't watch it, dude. You're giving them a spotlight. Don't watch it. If it was a content creator, that's different. Like, a friend of mine is like, dude, why are you making videos on Quantum TV? It's what he wants. First off, he's such a narcissist that I question that. And secondly, it's different. He's a content creator. Here is a guy who is a content creator with, which isn't a small feat, 60-something thousand subscribers, who is ban evading, but at the same time wants to have this rigid rule set for everyone else while he ban evades, and all the other crazy shit he did. That is different than if Bob4127316 goes on the internet and trolls you and does a video. You understand what I'm saying? And I wish I could make like Wings understand, like, focusing on this shit is the exact opposite of what you want to do, because this is exactly what they want. You know?
I hate black people more and more.
Read them. Really fucking sick.
This woman is the woman I think that's
Here's my card.
claiming. This is a veteran.
Okay.
that they were fighting
10
against.
years. The beginning of my social begins with a 0. Have Mr. World War II, that's younger than me, prove that. Have him duet this one. Show me your fucking ID card. Because I
What is going on?
know you don't have one.
And like, I don't know who this woman is. I've never had TikTok. I've never touched TikTok or anything. This is what the cop.
I feel like part of me should reluctantly do TikTok. I should make like an anti-TikTok TikTok.
Showed up about. This woman made.
I feel like I'm being stubborn like I was with YouTube. I didn't start YouTube fairly late. I started 2008, you know what I mean?
A police report. She felt like somebody was
I just thought it was for cat videos.
going to come to her house and fuck with her. Dog, I've had the cops called to my house 4 times in the last 2 months. I've had 2 for fucking bongo. I've had this one, and I've had another one for fucking like Craigslist shit. What's a fucking lawyer going to do? You act like I've never talked to a lawyer before. They don't do shit.
This did many things within Jordy's community. It did have the effect of building up some opposition to the worst parts of his trolling community, and it also brought attention to his years-old controversial statements that were being used largely by these TikTok impersonators.
Which they'll always do. Perfect example is the shit brought up about me. They're always going to do that.
So with more attention being brought to Jordy, mimicking the attention he got pre-surgery and pre-Laxapro, his channel was a bit more active in the following streams. And
I don't know what the hell YouTube's doing. I don't know why they're sitting on their hands with this.
with that came an increase of
Fez
questions
emotion,
asking
Fez
him about his
animation.
previous controversial statements. So the mistake he made here was twofold. It was answering and feeding viewers that were most likely not genuinely asking questions.
Yeah, who don't give a shit. They're trolls. It doesn't matter. I learned that the hard way. No matter how much evidence you have proving them wrong, they don't care. Just the fact you're talking about them. They're probably watching your video and beating off while watching it.
I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you. I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you. I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
I am thoroughly tickled.
Sucked me! But looking to annoy Jordy.
Yeah, that sucked me. Gotta go. It sucks.
And this annoyance had him answer more and more. The second part of his mistake was, though he no longer agrees with it and said he was saying it to be shocking several years back, he was trying to justify his previous statement on the age of consent.
I made a point that the new generation of females are whores.
What is with the dramatic music? I know it's from another troll channel that June the King got this. YouTube has ways of knowing that that's not genuine viewership and traction.
And you have to be naive to think that young girls aren't already having sex. I did say the age of consent should be
Yeah, but Jordy, it doesn't mean that gives them that they have the cognitive ability to consent with an actual adult. So, because 14-year-olds are having sex, they should be allowed to have sex with, like, actual adults? No. No.
12. You know why I said that? Because growing up in high school, I knew girls that were like 12, 13, 14, fucking on the regular.
Yeah, I knew people that were doing drugs at 12, 13, and 14. It doesn't mean we should legalize the fucking drugs. Oh, God, this is a bad take. I know this is from a long time ago, but oh.
By addressing these things and trying to defend them, he brought more attention.
I know people that drink all the time. We should just make drinking alcohol and driving legal. It's such a bad take. Makes no sense.
The older clips he was talking about. Like when he played with a 17-year-old in Rainbow Six Siege and had a conversation with her which was a bit flirtatious.
Doc, it looks like you need some dick, son.
Shoot, Doc got plenty of dick, son. Monsieur Legion, would you like to see the French croissant? Hey, y'all might make fun of my 5XLT, but that's just more gas tank for the love machine.
Did he just say his fatness is more tank for more gas in the tank for the love machine while playing with a 17-year-old girl in a video game? Yes, he did. Yeah, just keep going.
Ooh, I'd like that, Jordy.
Mm-hmm.
Jordy, your ass going to jail.
Or the nearly 10-year-old clip from his time on PKA, dated at March 16th, 2013.
If like a 16-year-old guy and a 16-year-old chick and they exchange naked pictures, that shouldn't be child. Like they're children themselves. It would be weirder if they were like, oh yeah, let me look at that.
I understand if the guy's like 45 and she's 16. But like even 16 at 45, I'd let that slide because of 16.
No. Dude, my brain was still fucking, my brain is still stupid. You're 16. Like, legally, you could go hook up with an 18-year-old, but go talk to an 18-year-old, even though it's legal. It's like, what the fuck? It's like a kid. No, man, they don't have the rationale to make those choices.
16-year-old can make her own damn decisions. I'd cut child pornography off around 12.
I like the rules.
Cut child pornography out or wings. I don't. You said what you said, man. I can't,
Rules they have in Jersey and North Carolina.
Whoa.
Yeah, bro. No. His justifications are that is the reason why I think I would argue maybe it should be 21, the age of consent. Because 18-year-olds are fucking impulsive dumbasses who don't. But then when do you do? They're what 25, 30?
Whoa. Yeah,
Where
would you cut child pornography off on?
No, he's differentiating between child and like sex offenders, like a subset of sex offenders.
Oh, okay. So you're not saying that we should legalize.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying like if you get
okay.
Yeah,
I just had to make sure. I had to make sure you weren't put the third.
What are you? So if people get caught with if they get caught with child pee, I guess I have to say, dude, literally like 95 of my streams get the piss yellow $sign anyway, so whatever. But no, it should be absolutely illegal all around. Because in my mind, those people who are watching that shit are going to be the next offenders. So catch them before they offend. Because if they're willing to do the legwork to get the child pee, then Lord knows what else they're willing to do. No.
I know a buddy of mine.
Normally, without the full context of Wings and his lack of eloquence, one might believe that Wings actually likes children. Though there are other moments where Wings has said just as unthought-out statements, like his many claims of being shot at his various places of employment.
I've been armed robbed 3 times and I've been shot.
To get a better picture and understanding of what some of you believe Wings to be, I set a poll on Twitter to ask whether you believe Wings actually likes children, or if the narrative is just used more so as a vehicle for trolls. And these are the results.
Yeah, I believe that. I don't think he's done anything. I don't. But those were stupid fucking things to say. But I don't think he's done. I believe. I agree with June the King. I would say Wings is not a P.
So it seems the majority of you, or just the 212 sample size that answered the poll, believe that Jordy, even with those clips out there, may consider them to be times he misspoke or are just examples of his lack of awareness or intelligence. But that may also be because many of the people who answered it are well aware of what kind of person Jordy is. Before we get into the storm,
I just hope I never see Wings jogging naked down a beach on his Twitter feed like I did Gavin McGinnis. What's up, Colton? How are you?
And the chaos this caused for Jordy, we'll quickly cover the
Yeah, I heard Japan's like 13, man. That's fucking crazy.
other significant things that happened in September. Like when sexting someone, what appears to be several years back, Jordy sent a picture of his genitalia that was now available for the internet to see.
That is semi-erect. Oh man, he showed her a half chub.
The same day of the leak, Jordy, but more importantly his wife, reacted to it being leaked with her teasing Jordy about it.
How big do you think my penis is? Would you say it's more 6 inches?
I don't know.
Would you say...
Ban anybody who gets a ruler.
It's the length of the water bottle? You could answer it.
I don't know.
How don't you know? You see it.
Why would you talk about Wings? Oh, don't talk about the size of your dick with your wife live on stream.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I always say I have a small penis, so never mind. But it's still kind of different. I don't know.
What? They're trying to say I got a small penis, and you won't back me up.
Why are you worried about that? Who needs to care how big your penis is? But your
Yes, listen to your wife. Who cares? If she's happy with your penis, that's all that matters.
wife. That's it. So why worry about what they think?
Mm-hmm.
You do stupid things, make stupid choices. You deal with stupid.
Okay.
She then proceeds to throw one of his infamous misspoken phrases back at him.
I think you learned a valuable lesson, though.
What?
That
Every dude said.
consequence has actions.
All right, ban Raiden Rotari. Consequences have actions, pimp.
There was also another stream where his wife approached him with what seems to be, after a doctor's appointment, and having to deal with the
consequences have actions. Does he mean actions have consequences? Like, yo, he said bariatric pressure, like bariatric surgery instead of a barometric or whatever the fuck it is, right?
the anxiety of the possibility of her cancer coming back. She approaches Jordy on livestream and states that he isn't taking her doctor's appointment seriously enough.
Yeah, exactly, Ken Everett. Don't contribute to it.
What is this kid texting me for? Tell unlimited UAV, what is that?
You're taking my doctor's appointment seriously enough.
Who the hell is Wings of Wendy's?
What do you mean?
I'm really scared about it.
I don't even know what this motherfucker is.
Well, okay, this is where I'm going to disagree with his wife now, too. She should have been like, yo, could you mute the camera, come here for a second, let's talk about this. Because this is more, like, that is the first thing that she should have done. Be like, yo, pause that, this is something, and he should have muted. Like, muted, Wings. Like, yeah, don't even have to ask her permission. Yo, you think it's something private, hit that mute button, boy. It's a click away. I know how this shit works.
You haven't got bad news yet. There's no reason to worry about until there's bad news.
You're not even acknowledging it.
That's a little bit... You mean you're going to the doctor because they may tell you, like, yeah, I can see them being a little anxious, bro.
You worry about everything else.
And we'll deal with it.
Drone has located a
You're
bomb.
gonna be okay. We'll deal with it.
Initially, it sounds like he's saying grow up and deal with it, though it may have...
I don't think he's saying that, but that should have still been... That is definitely a 100% mute moment. Like... Oh, man. This is what they have field days with, you know what I mean?
Have been, will deal with it, as he reiterates a second time. If it was the former, it would be quite damning.
You dethroned the other bird. You realize that, right? talk about this later.
And
Try
now,
to relax your anus.
chaos, or the uncontrollable mayhem that inhabited his streams from October until current day, and why it is all connected to his...
Like, I don't even want anyone to come... Look at that shit that happened where I was being abusive to my wife when it wasn't my wife. Like, don't... If I'm streaming, I don't want to... Even if you have to tell me that your fart stunk, like, tell me later. Like, no one needs to... Because you have all the weirdos, which most of you are not in that category, but there is that small subsector that is like, what happened with Richard ReviewTechUSA? Does he have anal warts? I think I heard someone say that.
Impersonators on TikTok, as that was enough to get the police to come to his house, and enough for him to be annoyed to the point where he talked about it on stream. On stream,
consequences have small willies. Well, then maybe that's why I have a very small penis.
he discussed his previous controversial statement on the age of consent. And with this fresh clip and the old one...
Dude, I gotta tell you, man, I'm impressed with the performance of the Steam Deck and of the Aya Neo. I'm actually more shocked with the Aya Neo play in Elden Ring. I know this is totally out of nowhere and probably the marijuana making me randomly talk about this stuff, but I beat Godric the Grafted I beat on the Aya Neo, and I beat Margit on the Steam Deck because I'm playing a different game on the PC of Elden Ring. Both systems run it great. Got to use more wattage on the Aya Neo though, but it's an older graphics architecture, so that makes sense. Sorry, consequences have birds.
Try to relax your anus. To relax your anus.
Hold on one second.
Put together, someone ignorant of Jordy just by seeing these two clips could form a really bad opinion of him. Which brings us to October.
I would say, yeah, well, that's what they do. Like the same thing. You could see those clips about me. They're still out there. I haven't flagged them down. And if you looked up me, man, for even 2 minutes, you would think I was the worst person on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it works. But, you know, trying to silence it just makes it seem like you're trying to sweep something under the rug, and addressing it is just feeding the trolls. So the biggest weapon you have, and it is quite effective, took me a very long time to learn, is to just ignore it, which is hard as fuck to do. I get it.
For 2nd, 2021. User The Boulder and Brasher posted a 53-second long video on the subreddit I Am a Total Piece of Shit of those two clips put together.
That's a heartwarming subreddit.
Conveniently zooming...
Wendy's chili is consequences, pimp.
Look here! Look, listen! Try to relax your anus.
That actually works because you'll need to after Wendy's chili.
And then on the second clip, as to not show the PK episode and...
Consequences. Yeah, that's almost soundboard worthy. Consequences have actions, pimp. I should talk a word of chicken suit right now.
Its age, which again was PKA 125, uploaded on March 16th, 2013, as this was presumably many people's first introduction to Jordy.
Last time I had Wendy's chili was like 5 years ago. It was pretty good. It's actually not horrible for you either, just if you have like a cup of it.
This post had an insane amount of traction, and upvotes going up to around 54,000. On the opposite side of things, Jordy's response on the post got negative 8,829 downvotes. Enough to place him on the top 30, maybe even 15 most downvoted comments on Reddit.
Wait, reasons for downvotes? Nipple electricity? What the fuck does that even mean? Reason for downvotes. Nipple electricity. Can we like that alone should have a video from June the King. Like, what is nipple electricity? Well, there are clamps with like electric nipple clamps. Oh God, it tingles, but I love it.
This day boosted attention to my previous video as seen by...
Ban anybody who wants nipple electricity. man.
Oh, yeah.
Nipple electricity. Jolting nips.
A spike in views, and no doubt had others interested in the rabbit hole that is Wings of Redemption. So striking while the iron is hot, another post on the same day and the same subreddit was uploaded with Jordy telling a joke involving race that got about 1/10 of the upvotes.
Black controller and a white controller, because when the black one don't want to work, the white one will.
Oh no.
But it doesn't stop there. The following day, a about 11-minute long video was uploaded to the subreddit that accumulated nearly 9,000 upvotes, documenting Jordy's statements and actions that can be taken as animal abuse. Most of these clips are stories that may have been lies, like the bucket cat story that we previously covered. There's also this very old clip of his dog Riley, a stray he took in.
Why were we just zoomed in on his stomach? I'm missing.
What's going on with Riley?
What?
Like, he just laid down and pissed and shit all over the floor. They laid down being there.
I'll check. Hey guys. Riley is laying on his side. He's vomited and he's laying down, pissing and shitting. He doesn't want to get up.
I would call a vet.
Just to be sure, that is the dog, right?
Yes. I don't know how old he is. He's a stray. We picked him up probably 4 or 5 months ago. I don't want to take him to the vet because if he goes to the vet and it's going to cost $500 or $600, I'm going to have to put him down. We don't have rat poison in the house. He's vomiting and shitting, and that's not something that bloat does.
What are you gonna do? Just let the dog just vomit and shit itself to death?
No. Did he go outside at all?
He goes outside 5 or 6 times a day to use the bathroom. But
Yeah.
but this just happened like when we was on the call. Like when I started this call, he was perfectly healthy,
I don't understand why
laying on the
people are
couch
so dumb.
chewing his bone.
What bothers most was not much what he did do, but rather his inaction,
Again, though,
or
this-
unwanting to get the.
Wings isn't dumb. He just doesn't know, like, this is another mute moment. Because, you know, especially when it comes to, like, kids or animals, people are like, oh, my God, did he not do this? Did he not do that? What did he do? You know what I mean?
Dog immediate help. As much as these clips help to show the moments Jordy may have been negligent with animals, there is a sort of inflation with this compilation to build it up much larger than it actually is. The more damning clips of Jordy not acting with his dog having a seizure, running over or near his dog with a chair on accident, or attacking his barking dog's cage are placed in the beginning and are visibly, though not openly stated to be, year-old clips. Also in this 11-minute long compilation, the majority of clips, or about 7 of the 11 minutes, are about the time he hit a deer on accident and showed no remorse, further explaining putting a dog down after it had been mangled to a presumably non-recoverable state by a raccoon, a several-minute-long section of him talking about treating his dog's heartworms, and stating, in another very old clip, how if he had to choose an animal, he would have sexual relations with a cow.
Why the fuck is there chickens there?
So there is much of mixing and matching relevant and somewhat irrelevant clips to inflate the runtime and make it look much worse than it may be on a subreddit that has much of a reason to hate Jordy for the major post released the previous day. Not helping Jordy's situation was that during a stream shortly after this newfound attention, his wife argued that Jordy was saying the things related to children for shock value, and that he has changed over the past.
Yeah. Like, you just... Look, I know I say crazy shit on my streams, but, like, the private stuff where it's, like, if someone in the house is having an issue, like, you cut that mic off. I've had to do it. It's just how it is, man. Life happens. Life doesn't stop because someone's live streaming. But that's the thing, is that you have to know. And when I haven't, just like I said, someone speculated that I was being abusive to my wife, which I found to be the most fucking hilarious thing on the planet. And that's what people do. They take this stuff. They don't know the full Not saying it makes Wings sound great, but you still don't know the like. There was a one time she was crying in the background, and people were like, "Oh, how could you do that with your wife?" You know, and he said, "My wife cries with a change in the bariatric pressure," meaning barometric, I believe. So she may just be like that, you know. You don't know the full story, but that's where his job comes in when the stories of life come around. You mute the fucking microphone because you are a public figure, and what people are going to do, especially because he has a very devout troll base, because he feeds them like crazy, is they're going to every fart that you let out of your ass, Wings, they're going to find a way to sniff, analyze it, and then make a Wings 007 video or a Sean Ranklin video. They do it with DSP. And I see, man, some of those motherfuckers stretch stuff. I'm disaster stream, and I'm watching. I'm like, what was disastrous about that stream from DSP? There was nothing disastrous. Like, you're looking for content when there's no content there. I know they do dumb things. I do dumb shit, but pick and choose your battles properly. Don't just look for ad revenue and make up stuff that the person didn't do. You know. From someone in the same part of the country in the same economic background, vet bills are not a priority and dogs are used for utility. Well, that's not good. I don't like hearing that.
Past 11 years. But Jordy goes on to comment, specifically in reference to his wife defending him, quote unquote, "That's a terrible take."
I feel like the 12-year-old comment, I've said this in this stream as well, was something he said when he was young. He was doing it as a shock jock value. He's matured now and understands that comment is not appropriate.
That's a terrible take.
Okay. That's my take.
I don't want to talk about this, but I'll talk about it.
I thought it was making a comeback, Sly Cooper.
First off, I'm not advocating underage sex, right? What I was advocating for is people getting child charges. It's not even called child anymore. It's called, what's it called? It's called like child splits of material or some shit like that. It's a much looser definition. Regardless, like when I was in school, and I'm sure other people will see this as well. Like girls started hoeing around right around 9th grade.
But that doesn't mean that they have the cognitive ability to consent with having sex with a grown-ass, like, 40-something-year-old man, Wings. I know there's kids, like I said before, that were drinking, doing drugs, blowing lines of coke. Does it mean that it should be legal because they're doing those fucking things? No! Like, no, it doesn't mean that they have the no. And I think 18 is too young. I've talked about with this 18-year-old like me in a dating app. And I was like, let's see. And it was like, yeah, that was as disastrous as I thought it was going to be. Never, like, 25 minimum. But you get my point, though? Just because someone's doing something doesn't mean they're ready to do it. I'm sure there's 13-year-olds that could drive cars. Should they? Fuck no.
And you'd have dudes on their phones. And I remember back in the day, so like when toward the end of my high school reign, you'd have dudes with all kinds of like technically child phone. Because like every girl, granted we were the same age at that.
Yeah, and I told this story about that. Like before I even have like, look, it says you're 18. She actually looked a little bit older too, but I'm like, ID, she did show it, and then it just was like, it just got weird. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, yeah, never again. I don't care. Yes, MILFs all the way. If it's Jennifer Tilly, even Jilfs. Someone had Kevin Nash make a cameo in Wings just a few days after Scott Hall died. You could tell us Kevin was devastated. Trolls know no limits. No, they don't care. No. That's not true. There are some trolls, but that want to just do it for the lulz, but a lot of them go too fucking far. Meryl Streep, no thank you. I have a cat that on occasion has seizures. Thankfully, it's infrequent, but still I have to be on guard. He's close to a year since the last one. Well, that's great, though. It's good to hear it. Hopefully it stays that way.
point, but like, I don't know. It's like, I don't advocate it now, but the idea was saying it was like some of these girls be hoeing around and like.
But that's such a bad take. It doesn't mean because they're doing it, that means they have they're mentally prepared to make that life decision. I can't believe he's still sticking to this. I mean, this is his wife now, so this couldn't have been that long ago. Christina Henricks, why does that name ring a bell?
Some
Wings. This is an awful take, dude. Awful, awful, awful. I didn't realize he still had this take. This is bad. Son.
Girls will send that shit to you just to get you in trouble. Do I think? No, I disagree with that statement. But this,
because people do things that they should just be allowed to, like, yeah, people rob banks. Should robbing banks be legal? No.
Statement was said as a shock jock statement, but I'm trying to.
Should they lower the age of drinking alcohol? With that, no.
To rationalize why it was said.
What Jordy possibly means to say is that he's trying to put into question that in the past, that if these teens were sending explicit messages to each other, would it be fair to arrest them even if they were of the same age? But this contradicts the statement that he is directly referencing from several years ago that a 16-year-old and 45-year-old would be fine to be in a relationship. So the problem...
No, that's madness. You're not taking my butt and was... Well, at least you went about it in a clever way. Thank you.
For some, isn't entirely his unpopular comments. It's also that his stories don't seem to match up. Because what Kelly was saying was also true. Jordy claims he said many of those controversial things, not just about children, but with animals, and his comments about race.
Well, I don't believe that now because he still has the same take on, oh, if a girl is already having sex, why can't she have sex with an adult is what he is. Like, no, that's bonkers, dude. It's crazy.
To be shocking, and not because he believed in them, so why would he have to defend them in any other...
Wait, hold on. This is crazy. DJ Iron Chef, bro, real shit. My 14-year-old cousin hooked up with a 38-year-old 2 years later, had one abortion and one kid who got lost. Did the guy, I hope he went to fucking jail.
Their capacity. His previous claims are too inconsistent, which takes credibility away from Jordy as he's shifting the narrative. This uncertainty and not laying out a...
And like to the parents who, because isn't there some places where if the parents consent, then they can, like, what the fuck is, your kid is 14, she's 14, you're letting her date a 38-year-old? What the fuck is wrong with you? She's the redhead in Mad Men. Ah, yeah. Yes. And she's curvy too, right?
Clear picture to what his lies and current beliefs are attached to his...
I like curvy women.
His long history of lies to build himself up as a person many knew he already wasn't, will have those same people looking at Jordy in the worst way possible because his words mean very little. We'll further expand on this. In a stream, also by the end of the year, Jordy claims that a Sunny V2 video released on him makes him out to be worse than he actually is.
Hey, Nuclear Man.
Hello.
How long you gonna follow me?
I don't know.
So what caused you to start following me?
I just watched Sunny V2's video on how much of a piece of shit you are, and I just decided, well, you know what? I'm gonna just let this guy, know how much of a piece of shit he is to a lot of different people.
Okay. Have you ever considered that Sunny V2's video might be biased? Because Sunny V2 doesn't do a whole lot of research into his videos, and he just takes other people's videos and compilates.
Don't get defensive, man. Embrace the videos. I get it. It's frustrating when people put out misinfo about you. I understand. And I don't think Sunny V2 did it on purpose. Shit probably just happens, man. There's so much information compiled on the internet, especially with someone like Wings who feeds the trolls all the time, that some of this shit's going to get mixed up. But I guarantee you he got viewers because of that, people who genuinely probably like him. There's people who tell me all the time, yo, I watch a troll video on you. I watch your video. You're not bad like they say you are. I ended up subbing. And I'm like, well, thank you. I got to piss. It's time to unleash the cock. Oh, wow, you didn't get no. I just thought people didn't give a shit about my videos today, which is probably a mixture of notifications not going out and people not giving a shit. I can't say shit.
Listen together.
But less than a minute later, admits to not viewing any video on him.
I haven't watched Sonny's video or anybody else's.
Then again, with
so how do you know if the video's true about you?
a few seconds later, with that admission, goes on to say that the
I mean, see, that's where it's different. Responding to a video like Sunny V2, he's not a troll. He's a content creator. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would watch if someone made a video on me like that. I'd watch it. I'd watch it live on stream.
only video on him that is somewhat close to accurate is the Down the Rabbit Hole video where he states.
But again, it would have to be a video like from like Sunny V2, not a channel like I hate ReviewTechUSA USA. Like, that's a fucking troll, and I'm not giving them publicity. You know what I'm saying?
Steven.
How did it aid, though? Like, it's amazing that Jared Fogle, he got a fairly short sentence for what he fucking did, man. Mari.
That had major portions wrong, though he fails to mention what is wrong in these videos.
But I know all like the only one that's even somewhat close to like accurate is like the Down the Rabbit Hole video, and even then that's, I don't know. There's huge like issues that he gets entirely wrong in the video. Correct. Using 10 seconds clips out of context. Like not only are they using clips out of context, they also like edit clips.
So in that, he's saying that my video, released May 17th, 2019, is incorrect. And he's right. In my video are incorrect stories about Jordy being shot at his work, which didn't happen because it was a lie. Another
because Wings himself actually lied about it.
thing I got wrong with my video and believing Jordy's lies is that he apparently never graduated high school. This is at the center of the problem. It's his habit of lying.
I used to live on Holt Gardens. It's a little subdivision, it's like Section 8 housing out there on 378. And
oh yeah,
my mom used to have a Monte Carlo, and like I was coming home from school, and this guy was like trying to.
Well, that's the thing. That's like when he confirmed that one of the trolls ended up being one of my former trolls ended up tricking Wings into thinking Big Cheese was the troll. So I'm thinking that Wings, I didn't put two and two together. I didn't know that it was Big Cheese he was talking about. Yes, to just give me my 200 Big Cheese. I'm like, oh man, you found him. He's like, yeah, he ended up being a black dude who did like a commercial, the troll. And I'm like, oh, okay. Not knowing that basically the troll tricked Wings into thinking that Big Cheese was the troll, and it wasn't. So then Big Cheese got pissed off. I'm like, dude, I didn't know. I wasn't they're trying to throw your name through the fucking bud. He got tricked. I didn't realize he was talking about you.
Jack the mother.
But that's the thing, though. Like, he just kind of goes with stuff. What is my favorite show? Like, of all time, or that I'm not really currently watching anything. There's a lot of shows, man. Like, Breaking Bad, I've watched through and through. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. I used to like The Walking Dead. They finally ended it. It should have ended like 4 seasons ago. But
The Scar, and like he wasn't a very big. He was a kid mainly, and I screamed at him and he ran away and stuff, and he ends up turning back and takes a shot at me, hits me in the leg.
Wings, everyone's gonna be bummed if you don't show off the bullet wound.
There's nothing to see there, dude.
There's nothing to see. Bro, you got shot. Even if it's a flesh wound, you're going to have a mark there.
So the reason my video is in part incorrect is because Jordy is a liar, and a well-known one at that, even as of recently. As an example, let's take the story of when Jordy, at the alleged age of 5, trapped a cat underneath a bucket, and due to not checking up on it, the cat passed away. When joining the Lion's Den, a Discord dedicated to Jordy that is not in his ownership, He is questioned about that story and says it never happened, and is one of the things he lied about.
I think what's even weirder than Wings going into these lions' dens is look how many people are foaming at the mouth to just try to troll him. Like, you really have nothing better to do?
No, how about we go down memory lane? Since you
not.
said you're not a bad person. Okay, well, remember when you killed that cat and then you were talking to
I didn't
someone?
actually do that. That's a story that I said on PKA.
So you didn't break a cat's neck or trap a cat?
Yeah, but how can anyone ever like? I mean, granted, these are trolls again, but how can anybody believe you, man, when you just keep like flipping shit?
Under a bucket.
Didn't do none of that.
It was all shock value.
All shock value. The same way as I didn't fuck a cow.
Well, thank God. Hey Siri, did Wings of Redemption fuck a cow?
Okay, I found this on the web for Did Wings of Redemption Fuck a Cow? Check it out.
I didn't think she was actually going to respond completely to that, but that just happened. Hey Siri, does Wings of Redemption need to relax his anus?
Okay, I found this on the web for Does Wings of Redemption Need to Relax His Anus? Check it out.
Wings of Redemption Rage compilation comes up, it makes sense.
I didn't get shot in the knee. I didn't go to Korea for StarCraft. It was all stuff I made up when I was young to make myself seem more interesting.
This conversation took place in 2021. Now let's go back 2 years prior to a 2-hour-long conversation he had with
Yeah, you can see he put on a lot of weight for
Woody,
that again.
where he talks about that same story.
I got another one.
Yeah.
You know the cat story where
The bucket?
young Wings, I'm going to call you
Yeah, that's
7
true,
years
too.
old, put a cat under a bucket and it died?
That's true, too.
Is that story true?
Yes.
Oh, it was a kid.
Ban anybody who says my head looks like a milk dud. You just beat the fire giant. The fire giant's no joke, man. I beat that motherfucker after like 10 times by the skin of my ass. Like literally I had no flasks left and like this much health left. He had one more hit left. If I did any move wrong, it would have been, but I got him.
Too, right?
And I didn't realize it till like probably 6 years later.
2019 was a period that Jordy established what was and wasn't false about his statements. So back then, the story was true, as he said to Woody. But maybe he was lying up until October 2021 when prompted about the legitimacy of the story. But even then, a month after being thrown that question, in around November of 2021, now the cat story is once again true, but it was an accident.
What's up, Imp Herd? You killed a cat by trapping under the bucket. Is that true? Dude, I didn't kill the cat on purpose. I'm not even gonna talk about that shit.
Yeah, it's probably something you shouldn't have talked about to begin with.
Regardless, to say, I was like 5 years old.
And by 5 years old, I actually mean I was 20. Oh, God.
Keep leaving that part out.
It is these inconsistencies that make it all the more difficult to believe any word that comes out of Jordy's mouth. Even if it did happen, he would have been 5 years of age, and something happening around that time may hardly reflect his current character. Regardless, lies like these are what help feed the trolls and strengthens their claims, as it's not too difficult to take credibility away from Jordy, as that's something he does himself. Like his excuse for not
Yes, because he reacts to everything.
quitting streaming and finding alternative employment is that the trolls will follow him to his new job, or that other jobs in his state pay worse than his streaming job. But what is likely the truth is it's Jordy's anxiety, and how difficult it may be to meld with a world he's not used to.
Hey, Wings, can you admit that part of the reason?
No, I'm sure that's it too. I'm sure he would have anxiety about working a real job, but I also think, I hate that term real job, but I said it. Yeah, I believe that he would. They already tried to get. Didn't he get fired from Uber Eats or DoorDash or some shit because of the trolls? Yeah, he would. As soon as he tried to get a quote unquote normal job, he would last a week, and then they would. You know that someone would compile all the stupid shit he said about the age of consent and all that stuff, and he would be fired. It would maybe a week at best. You know, yeah, he got fired from DoorDash. So I think it's true. That's part of it. I think the anxiety, I'm sure, is part of it too. But yeah, he absolutely would get shit canned. Same with DSP. Same with me. Oh, Rich, go get a real job, even though I'm the same person that would call your real job to try to get you fired. Yeah, they finally, officially killed off the iPod Touch. End of an era.
The reason that you don't stop streaming is that you know you aren't accustomed in real life since you stream so long. 100%. 100%. Like, I don't feel like I belong in the world outside. I mean, I know that sounds weird as hell, but like, I've been doing this for 14 years. And like, when you go outside and you live in the real world and you have to deal with people every day of the week, it makes you feel like you're an alien.
Why this is such an important thing to focus on is that as much as Jordy tears himself down with inconsistencies...
You know what's weird is I think I learned a lot more social skills from being on the internet, if that makes any sense. Learning how to better, I'm not perfect, but to better deal with trolls, it would help me in a real world working environment again.
His worst trolls prove him right time after time again, as just 1 week after being cancelled on Reddit, he lost his job from DoorDash as he discovered he was banned from the service. The reason given by the company was because they believe he was causing an unsafe environment involving claims of discrimination and or harassment.
Gee, I wonder why.
In a deleted tweet, Jordy believes it was because trolls were reporting him for recording information on how well people tipped. Or it could have been this very old clip of Jordy presumably talking about his days as a pizza delivery driver.
Black people don't...
Yeah, I put my balls on the pizza.
That's it. And like, during...
Did he really say this? Did he really say this? Did he really say this? How long ago was this, too?
During my period as a delivery driver, I started hating black people more and more.
God almighty.
Jordy, now being banned from DoorDash, it closed one possibility for him to order food to his house. But that did not stop food from arriving in droves.
Because fucking trolls, which is fucked up. Have my college grad ceremony this Friday. Congratulations, with a Bachelor of Arts Graphics Design. You helped me all 5 years. Thank you so much, Richard. Very welcome and congratulations.
Try to relax your anus.
Thank you for watching a large man in a chicken suit.
It was, as it was before, called in and ordered by viewers and also encouraged by Jordy.
The dude...
I don't know how bad Crowder... I've heard some shit, but I don't know the worst of what he's done. But that was pretty fucking bad.
Whoever sent the chili. There's a big difference in sending chili and sending the cops. Okay? Just saying.
Like, chili's, that's trolling. That shit I can get behind.
That shit I can get behind and eat the chili. Oh, God.
That's not to say that there weren't issues. Sometimes the orders consisted of just a bun, or even worse, a salad without dressing.
Watch, here it is right here.
Ban anybody who sends me a salad.
Here's your salad.
Ban anybody who sends me a salad.
In the trash. Dude, I didn't ask for DoorDash to begin with. And then on top of things, they sent me a salad without salad dressing and shit like that. Like, it's like, get real.
With Jordy's streaming times and Kelly's sleep schedule parallel to one another, when streaming, orders would come in at higher rates, which caused her to wake up not just from the knocking, but also from the dogs barking in reaction. So being fed up with it, she confronted Jordy, and in order to appease Kelly, signs were pasted on his front door asking the delivery drivers to not knock.
Oh, I miss this chili.
Here is a picture of that sign, along with hundreds, maybe even thousands, of shipping boxes presumably ordered by a troll.
What? Jesus Christ. Leave the man alone. Leave him a fucking alone. You want to call him out for the dumb shit he said, that's fine, but don't do this stuff. When there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, no shit.
But cardboard boxes are not a threat. They are an annoyance. Heavily armed police officers responding to a call of an unwell man with a gun is a threat. As another swatting took place about a month after he was banned from DoorDash on November 9th, 2021. With the impersonations and false police reports increasing, it was apparent that those Reddit posts took on their intended effect, and the trolling of Jordy was maybe even more severe than he was getting pre-surgery.
Did someone actually draw Jordy in the background looking like Karl Marx? Yes, they did.
So this was clearly affecting Jordy's personal life, but it was also affecting trolls and clip channels alike, as doxing and harassment within their own communities levied at each other was a common sight.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, these trolls, man, have way too much fucking time on their hands.
With channels such as xbottles01 and Wings007 falling victim to that attack. Trolling can be as light as repeating a few of his popular phrases in his chat, or it can be as severe as sending the police to his house. Still, the worse the harassment, the more people will tend to leave the community for actions like hacking his PlayStation account. This action was enough to goad Jordy to enter the lion's den once more in an attempt to get his account back, as he assumed one of them is in possession of it.
Some of them, I think, run ads. Some of them, I think, run ads on their videos, the trolls.
Still, according to his Twitter,
or according to Wings, he has all that stuff claimed, so he makes money off of the troll videos. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. You know, as we see, we cannot trust his word too much. But
he reobtained his account 8 days later. That solved one issue for the time being, leaving other issues of increasing impersonation to get worse on all fronts. As now at the end of 2021, a time period where one might analyze their year to make notes on their improvements and failures, to many, Jordy was leaning heavily on one side.
Dude, where?
That is a giant beard.
What is happening?
Even Frederick Knudsen had something to say about Jordy's position.
I wanted to circle back to Wings of Redemption. So when you were doing the Down the Rabbit Hole on Wings, it's a 2-hour video, so there was a lot that went into this. Did you go to his streams and watch live?
I did a little bit, but watching live did not really help terribly much, except to give me a
yeah, a plump porcelain pigeon, possibly El Meco. Thank you for being a member for almost a year, too.
feeling of where he was at the time, which is unfortunately a very different place from where he is now.
Do you think he's in a worse or better place now?
Much worse.
Much
worse.
Okay.
It
only
ever
gets
worse, man. These people
never...
No, they never... If you keep feeding them, they never stop. This is their dream come true.
Improve. For those,
You know?
sometimes they do. It's a tragedy because
it is.
With Jordy, it seems like he's getting better, and then things get worse.
Knudsen provides the point that it appears that sometimes things are getting better, but they just get worse. Likely in reference to the increasing amount of trolling Jordy is receiving paired with his failing weight loss surgery. But also true is sometimes things seem to be worse as they can be, only for things to get even worse. This represented well by the start of 2022. Though January lacked in drama, February seemed to be chock full of it, due to
oh Jesus, yeah, here we
new
go.
claims that seem to be very damning on the surface
Still think this guy is full of shit.
level. These allegations towards Jordy are very different from the ones
I just still think this is a local person that had an axe to grind with Wings, knew what his reputation was online, and took advantage of it.
He's usually presented well, as to say where most...
Because, oh, look, nothing happened from any of those claims again. It was a giant nothing burger.
Claims against him are assumptions made about Jordy by the various clips of him at his worst points, which lack necessary testimonies of someone that might know Jordy's activities outside of streaming. That testimony came in the form of Jordy's neighbor that truly was more so of a childhood friend to his brother, as this person had notable grievances towards Jordy. With this increased attention around Jordy, this person reached
Yeah, he's a
out to one
petty
of the troll
motherfucker who
channels and
doesn't
offered
like him.
insider knowledge about rumors that only those close to Jordy and his family would know about. Eager to know more, but also skeptical of this man's credibility, the trolls began an interview that lasted a little under 2 hours. But what was released on the channel Wingtings V4, that at this point has been banned for copyright abuse, were segments of the interview that sparked widespread interest in Jordy.
God, the melodramatic. Look at the secrets exposed. Like Wings looking down them. Bro, the artistry, like all that effort that you're putting into doing this shit. Like, there are so many other productive things you could be doing, man. Do them.
Though as many people wanted the full context, the entire interview was released on February 19th, 2022. This is the section of that interview that gained large-scale attention.
Even the music. It's like propaganda. It's crazy.
Yeah, so you said you've known Jordy for like 30 years or something?
Yeah, pretty much his whole life. Yeah, I live right down the street from him. He
Dun,
only
dun.
stays like 2 roads over from me. For me, and what made me reach out really is the rumors about because there was rumors going around through the family about
Just the fact, though, okay, so why would you go to these guys to put out this information? You know, it just doesn't, you're going after people who you know take everything and use it to disparage him. That's who you go to. You don't go to the cops. Shit, you don't go to fucking Drama Alert first. Like, come on, man. It's just so sketch.
possible sexual assault on his sister.
What? Say it again, Wings.
Don't feel ashamed if you got to jerky shit to your sister.
He had either said,
Yeah, that was a thing you should have not said, even joking. Let's just,
I believe that he said something extremely inappropriate. And when he was called on it,
well, this guy has no fucking life either, dude. Like, why are you going? It's just so strange.
When she confronted him about what he had said, he said that he didn't care what he said because what he said wasn't
fucking. Listen to that music.
A fucking lie. And it was some fucking straight up inappropriate shit to be saying about your 13-year-old sister. But my mom.
So let me go years upon years upon years. And here's the thing. Then if he really said that, you're a fucking weirdo then too, because why wouldn't you say anything?
Mother, who's his mother's best friend, I'm assuming wouldn't tell me a lie about it.
There was some editing and over-dramatization in this clip that skews the viewer in terms of what these allegations are. This clip makes it seem like the controversial thing that Jordy did was getting caught pleasuring himself with an image of his sister, but it was unknown what Jordy was being truly accused of, as an actual retelling of what might have happened was not available in this clip. There was no true accusation levied towards Jordy, at least not a clear one. No
What's up,
doubt,
Tinker
Jordy
Man? How
was
are you?
very much displeased with these new rumors about him, so it is believed that he contacted his neighbor and threatened to sue him for defamation. And that's possibly why his neighbor that we now know as Aaron released an apology.
Hello, my name is Aaron, and I'd like to say that I'm doing this on my own accord. Everything that I said.
Yeah, what did you think was gonna? But or either this guy is the biggest idiot, or But here's the thing: now that information is out there about Wings, even if it's not true, it's been said, and people are always going to wonder it. So either he's the biggest idiot, or he's actually playing 4D chess. I'm going to go with the fact he's probably an idiot.
Said about Jordy and his family was lies. I lied through my teeth. It was wrong of me to do. I shouldn't have done it. I didn't hear any of the information.
Yes,
from
Abby, he is an
anybody else.
idiot.
It was all
Yes.
me. And I apologize. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry to Jordy and your family. I'm very sorry to everyone that's been hurt by these lies. I shouldn't have done it. It was wrong of me. I apologize. Very sincerely apologize. I did what I did and I said what I said. Unfortunately, I can't take back what I did. If I could, I would. But I'm sorry.
Don't you have something else better to do, man? He's a fucking loser, too. It's pretty much guaranteed he made up all this. So you just do this to get back at Wings? I'm surprised Wings didn't punch him in the fucking face, man.
I'm genuinely sorry for any pain that I may have caused you guys and did cause you guys. My mother didn't have anything to do with any of the shit that was said.
Yeah, no, the dude, if this was all legitimate stuff, he could have went years ago to the cops. He could have went anywhere else to release this stuff. He goes to the trolls to release it. There's nothing credible about this asshole. Sorry. And if there was anything, I hope to God everything he said was lies. If there was anything that was truthful, now it just, because of where he went to and how he handled it, isn't believable.
I lied about all of it. Sorry. Every single piece of it was a lie. And I don't even have a good explanation as to why I even did it.
Because you don't like Wings and you wanted to discredit him. Simple. Don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out.
I just did. I'm sorry I lied. And hopefully Jordy and his family will forgive me. And if not, I understand.
Bro, you lied and put stuff out there like that. No, you would never be forgiven. You would never be forgiven. Just letting you know.
What these
ever
persisting rumors, Aaron, the same day of the initial clip's release, made an appearance on Jordy's livestream.
For those of you who don't know there, I'm trying to nip this in the bud early. A video came out today that said some...
That said I have gigantic plunger nipples, and that video is accurate. There ain't anybody who says my nipples look like areolas that are frisbee.
Look here! Look, listen!
Slanderous things. And it's got my whole family in an uproar because most of it's pure T lies. And this is the guy that's going to be in the video. So we're going to play the video for you guys. We're going to play the audio of the video, let you guys hear what's said. We're going to address this conversation.
There was also the rare phone call from Jordy's mother, who at
Yeah, it is really fucking sad, Guinness Buddha, that you would put out there. But then they exist. Like, again, look at Quantum TV, what he said about me. It's a fucking lie. Now he took the video. That's why I didn't even waste my time. That was another reason why I didn't waste my time flagging it. He's so fucking stupid that he keeps shooting himself in the feet. He took it down himself. Thank you, Quantum. You know what I mean?
At this point showed much anger towards Aaron.
Hey, you're being recorded right now, Mama, so...
No, I ain't talking to you. I ain't getting on that shit.
He's right here. You gotta talk to him.
I'm attempting
All these lies needs to be straightened out right now.
I'm attempting to. They clipped a whole bunch of things that were said over 4 hours out of context.
No, dude, you went on there knowing that they were going to do that.
Make this video.
Yeah, but I'm not getting trolled. I'm sick of this internet shit.
I am too. I am too.
Yeah, I am too. So let me go to the trolls to stir up more drama. What the fuck, man? What is this guy on?
And I apologize. If this shit caused anybody any problems, I apologize. I want to let you know that.
Majority y'all, I mean, that come up between y'all, y'all need to tell it.
We are.
So, Mama,
We're
I
trying
got
to
you
figure
here.
it out.
I didn't know his mom.
Did I move to my grandparents because I diddled Taylor?
Yeah, no. Exactly.
Yeah, no, but I tried to insinuate it because I'm a piece of shit. No, you cannot. Oh, that would be horrifying. That's like that skit from Dr. Steve Brule where he goes to that weird, creepy house and he's changing a grown-ass man's shit. Now change my diaper. And then the guy pisses in his face.
That's what I'm saying. They took all of
Take it from me, it's rural gossip BS. People need to get fucking lives then, man. Seriously.
this shit and clipped it out of context.
Immediately, there
Yeah,
seems
'cause
to
you
be inconsistencies.
put it out there to be
As
clipped.
Aaron, as we can tell by the clip, approached the trolls, but now is saying he did not agree to it, which is most likely in reference to consenting to being recorded. He also claims the interview was 4 hours long.
They clipped a whole bunch of things that were said.
Dude, they people got some big ass time on their hands. Fucking sitting there you're a grown ass. He sounds like he's married with kids, and someone said that. Sitting there talking on trolls on Discord for 4 hours. Danny the Foot, thank you for the ass peach.
Said over 4 hours.
But in the DMs with Jordy, Aaron says the conversation was 3 hours long. The interview was released a few days later, which clocks in about 2 hours long. So either Aaron was lying, or the trolls were selective in only showing 2 of the 4 hours.
Or both. Probably both.
For the time being, we'll focus on his claims. As this stream...
Johnny, they've sent me to Vietnam. Forest. I think they're on too much KFC. They need to...
Try to relax your anus.
Well, the grease from KFC will help with that.
Proceeds, it becomes more apparent that either there was a massive miscommunication, the trolls manipulated footage, or Aaron was lying about what is being said.
Or
As
all
he's
of the
now
above.
claiming when talking about Jordy's sister, he was stating that she was the victim of someone that was not Jordy.
And when he was called on it when she confronted him about what he had said,
boom, boom,
he said that he didn't care what he said because...
Now, this was a completely different...
This is such an awkward... Like, imagine sitting there with a guy who pretty much guaranteed made up heinous fake allegations about you, and you have to sit there and not saying he should beat the shit out of him, but I'm sure it was a thought that went through Wing's head. Like, what?
person I was talking about in the conversation, because they were trying to bring up that age of consent, and they knew that he had a younger sister, and they were trying to say all this stuff about him with this molesting his sisters.
Nah, I think Wings could still throw down. I would put money on that. Not saying you'd be able to jog a mile, but...
Supposedly, or whatever the hell they wanted to try and spin there. And what I was talking about was another fellow that I know, James, that legitimately had problems with...
Not saying that someone would lose, but I think underestimating a large dude like Wings' fighting abilities probably would be a mistake. You may win, but I'm not saying you wouldn't have to go get stitches afterwards.
With
much of Aaron's appearance on Jordy's livestream was him claiming the trolls tricked him into saying falsities about Jordy and saying that much of it was taken out of context.
It's a ban anybody who says it's fueled by chili.
Look here! Look, listen!
But it becomes less believable that Aaron is reflecting on...
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Look, I don't want to see anybody fight. Don't get my words twisted. But I think people... I'm saying in an non-existent scenario, if Wings had to throw down, I think people would be surprised as to how much he could throw down more than they think.
Honestly...
And I'm not talking about the amount of chili he eats.
About what he said in the interview. Here is an example. On Jordy's stream, he says this.
This was a scenario brought up by them. They said, well, do you think that Wings' wife married him for his property or for his money or for this or for that, or that he did the other? And I was spinning on what they were saying. I gave my hypothetical on the shit too. Like I said, it was in conversation.
Yes, John, you're great. You're 100% correct, John T84.
Shouldn't have been mallyhacked and put on the freaking internet. Dumb shit, bro.
In the interview, without any signs of coaxing, he says this.
I'm trying to be funny with
and she's heavy trolling on the dude. She's heavy trolling him. like all the time. I bumped into her at Walmart one time, and she went on a 20-minute tirade about how he's a
Chili is good, especially when it's spicy. I like my chili super spicy.
fucking disgusting pig, and he stinks, and when he sleeps, he fucking snores. How uncomfortable it is fucking living with the guy. Like, like, why in the fuck are you married? I'd say it's about mutual. I feel like the marriage was to get at each other, really. He also wants a little bit of a tax break, because if he's married and his wife's there as a burden, he can claim more tax money. Yeah, oh yeah.
Like zooms in on their faces. It's like a Tim and Eric skit.
All she has to do is do a basic 9 to 5 for 25 hours, and he can just piggyback off her health insurance.
And you can tell throughout that whole entire thing that this shit was all flipped up together. Like I said, man, when you hear it like this.
But why are you even in a conversation, a Discord conversation? You fucking weird dork.
Put out there like this. I mean, what am I supposed to say to this?
I can tell you right now, this clip is very convincing. That's why I jumped on this so quickly. Because, like, I'm not a professional editor by any means, but I've been editing.
Nah, see, Wings, you're wrong. You should have handled this again behind the scenes. Or like, like I said, this is exactly it's the same thing with me going to flag videos of people saying stupid shit like what Tickled Man said about me, which he took it down himself. Is that now they're like, oh, I bet he threatened him or something, or he's going to sue him. That's why he's there. You know, you ignore it publicly, and then I would have knocked on his fucking door and been like, what the fuck is going on? You better explain yourself, or I'm going to sue you into a fucking oblivion, and sue him anyway. Astrohead said, "Yeah, that thing is like, I have a big head, but it's like help." Yeah, just met up and apologized to his face. But I'm saying, like, Wings should have handled this behind the scenes. Let them put up their stupid fucking video that this loser sat there in a Discord call with trolls for hours because he had nothing else to do, and then handle it behind the scenes. Don't make a live stream it, because now it seems like you're forcing words out of his mouth, and that's exactly what they went with.
Editing video for 14 years.
But they got this.
And I can hear video edits and audio and things like that, and I only caught 2.
Even Jordy further questions Aaron's legitimacy, as he's constantly pinning this on the trolls.
So why did you feel the need to put words in my wife's mouth? Because she's upset at you too, right? So you had almost 2 minutes of my wife, because the way the video states is that you met my wife by herself at Walmart, which is correct. I was with her.
You were with us.
And we talked a total of maybe a minute.
Yeah, a minute and a half, yeah.
And
a minute and a half, like, I was looking at my watch, like, all right, dude, we get it.
There's literally more time on this video of my wife telling you stuff
than happened, yeah.
Than actually than the conversation happened. So you only met my wife less than a minute in your life.
Less than a minute, yeah.
Right. So like.
Yeah, and she just barraged you with all of these insults. God, what a piece of shit. People are such fucking pieces of shit, man.
I just want to put that on the table because, like, to kind of prove, like, all that was fabrication.
After about 36 minutes, Aaron makes his closing statement and leaves. But this scandal wouldn't end here. There was still much suspicion about Aaron's change of heart, and wonder what reason would Jordy's ex-neighbor would reach out to a Discord dedicated to trolling Jordy to spew nothing but lies. This came to a head on February 18th, 2022. When Jordy's PlayStation account was once again hacked, and in order to get it back, the trolls requested Jordy join their Discord.
And I would have been like, fuck you.
Here's the thing, they want me to go into Lion's Den tonight, they get my PlayStation account back first.
About an hour and a half of trial and error, a verbal exchange between them began.
Let's say, like, fucking minimum, like, 30 minutes to get your PlayStation account back.
Okay, 30 minutes.
Alright, and you're not gonna leave someone, like, says some question that, like, hurts your feelings, yeah?
No. Fuck you. I'm not doing anything with you. I'm calling up Sony. You're not getting me to go into some public fucking Discord. Go and get fucking laid. That's what you need to say, Wings.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes.
You could say I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to answer that. Accept that.
Nobody here is saying anything racist, nothing like that.
That's true. They don't agree.
Yeah, get fucked.
Some may address him as Jordy and attempt to reach him as a person. These are typically the minority of members speaking to Jordy. Others address Jordy as Richard or Sam, which immediately makes Jordy more defensive and more likely to dismiss anything they've said. This time around, Jordy had around 2,000 viewers on his livestream, when he normally gets around 300. The first round of questions had Jordy address some statements that he made the year prior, like the time he would said he would choose live streaming over his wife.
Alright, I got a question. Well, it's more for both of you, but I'm wondering, what did you mean when you said that you would leave Kelly before quitting streaming?
I was getting hassled like by a bunch of people like I am currently, and you guys took it out of context. Well, here's the thing, right? I'm a 400-pound piece of shit, right?
Well. People have gotten around two-step authentication, man. You got to understand the dedication of these motherfuckers.
Like,
That's a fucking understatement. Yeah, keep going.
and like the only thing I bring to value on this planet is my ability to have stability. I pay my bills, pay my taxes, and that's, in my opinion, that's the only thing I bring to any value to anybody on the world. I have a very low self-esteem version of myself, and if I
Well, that's fairly sad. I'm not even being funny.
if you take that part away from me, where like I have this, you know, where I have to rely on somebody else to pay bills, or I have to live off somebody else, I would have no self-worth whatsoever.
As soon as the 30 minutes passed and the members of the Discord made it clear they did not have Jordy's account, he left the Discord.
It's past the 30 minutes. Can I
All
hang
right.
up now?
Yeah, you go ahead and hang up.
Okay.
One person.
Why would you? Oh, trauma alerts there. Keemstar's beard has entered the chat.
A well-known one at that, was trying to get Jordy back in, communicating through the stream donations.
No, I'm not joining the Troll Discord. We're going to do a different one. I'm not going to give them more content. If I'm going to give content, you're getting it, not them.
After a little persuading, Jordy hopped back in, with the only two others with their microphones on being Keemstar and Tipster.
Hello!
Julia Child has entered the chat.
Hello. All right, what do we want to talk about?
Keemstar throughout this conversation with Jordy is attempting to get him to embrace the trolls, as they are a large source of the attention he gets. But Jordy rebusts because he has at times, typically in a better mood, embraced them. But he fears if the trolling gets accepted, it will also get...
Ban anybody who says my nipples are under my armpits.
Worse, like more visits from his local SWAT team. Regardless, Keem was able to find a sort of middle ground.
I'm sure someone has said this to you. Definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different outcome. I want to put challenge on you to not block anyone. Let anybody say anything in the chat. You know, if they break YouTube's rules by saying something racist or something like that, of course you have to block them, right? But for someone coming in hating on you, talking crap about you, making fun of you, right? No block. Let people get it out of their system.
Have you ever seen my chat without any of the guides on it? It's a mess. You can't even. It's not even. You can't even consider it chat no more. It's just a moving blur of wall words.
I just don't get it, Wings. Around the name Wings of Redemption is a fucking circus. Why are you not monetizing the circus? It makes no goddamn sense.
It has been a bit...
You brought the meme back.
Inconsistent, with Jordy at times turning subscriber mode on, but for the most part, it seems that he's taking Keem's advice to some extent. It is important to note that there were other things discussed in the conversation between Keem and Jordy, like the topic at hand with the allegations Aaron laid out.
But it just, man, something just doesn't seem right, because there is no reason for this person to do this. There's no clout gained. There's no financial benefit. There is nothing.
If he hates him, he could discredit him.
He even says in this video, I had no reason to lie. I just did it, and I'm sorry. I don't even have a reason. Like, that is the most puzzling thing about all of this. Him saying that over and over again.
Well, his mother even said he was lying. My mother, I pulled my mother in on the video and asked her some of the questions, and she said he was lying. I've disputed some of the things he said, and they were all lies. Like, he had little truths hidden throughout, but like the big stuff are all lies. Like, it's just what it is.
This scandal involving Aaron's claims came to a rather fast conclusion because the following day, on February 19, 2022, the full 2-hour-long interview, as mentioned prior, was released, which gave a clear image and hurts Aaron's legitimacy in the way Jordy was saying. And we can break that down right now. So talking about
Yeah, I never saw the full interview.
the SA someone within the Jordy family committed starts around the 6-minute mark. This is the section released.
God, the guy even just, like, even that, he's just a douche.
That everyone was familiar with. But now, with the full interview out there, we can figure out what Jordy allegedly did. But not so immediately, as Aaron teases and also refuses to say what this wild accusation was, as his mother wouldn't even tell him about it, but somehow he knows it anyway.
Nobody confirms or denies what the real reason behind it was, but my mother, who's his mother's best friend, I'm assuming wouldn't tell me a lie about it.
What was said? Do you know what was said? Like, could you just repeat it, like, just this once?
No, my mother said that it wasn't something that she felt comfortable even saying.
And he said that to...
Didn't it end up being, like, his sister smelled like period and it grossed him out, and that's all it was? He was, like, 14, is like, yo, you smell like shit, go shower. Like, wasn't that all it ended up being?
His sister.
Supposedly.
It takes him a little over an hour and a half for him to get back to the thing that Jordy allegedly did to his sister.
Would you, I mean, you could, and obviously, if you don't want to, you could say no, and, I'm not going to hassle you about it. But would you think, if you asked your mom today, hey, Mom, just out of curiosity around this time, do you think she would tell you?
This entire drama, many were listening in on and curious to know about a damning allegation levied towards Jordy, was boiled down to a possible point in time when Jordy commented in a distasteful manner about his sister's body odor due to her period.
Yeah, that's all.
Her anatomy and odor, if what the rumor is true.
So he said
that
Chihuahuas just don't shut the hell up, is what it comes down to, Lyoko.
That because she was experiencing her time of the month, that she stunk and that he could smell it, and that's like dogs in heat or something. And his mom, I guess the sister told the mom about it, and then Sabrina went to him and asked him, and he was like, well, women.
Yeah, he was just saying that she smelled, dude.
Do stink whenever they have.
And according to Woody's gamer tag, it doesn't matter that Wings is big. Wings, he stays fresh and clean.
Have that and blah.
He washes under those nipples.
Blah, and that's a natural thing. I don't know what the fucking deal is or what the big deal is. Like, no, dude. The big deal is that it was fucking inappropriate for you to say about your sister.
What a petty douchebag.
When the community got wind of what this accusation was, things settled down rather quickly.
Yeah. Wings is being accused of doing something sexual to his sister by a longtime family friend. Someone Wings has known in real life is accusing Wings of this, saying that, through hearsay, mind you, he's saying that he heard this, that, and the other, that Wings did something to his sister, and that's why all these other little things fell into place. And so it's like brought up this huge thing. And so Wings is like, bullshit, bro. Come to my house, sit next to me in a fucking chair and answer for what you said about me on the internet to these people.
Which I still think was a bad idea because, like I said, they moved the goalpost and said, oh, he's forcing him to say it.
What it really seems like is Wings used to, like, bully this guy as a kid or something like
That's probably it. He probably Wings probably pissed him off and he wanted to get back at him.
that, or maybe when they worked at Domino's together, because they worked together as like teenagers at a Domino's for like a good period of time. These guys know each other.
So they were friends
This guy,
for a while. Okay.
Imagine holding an axe to grind with somebody that you had beef with when you were a teenager.
yes, and this
Jesus
grown-ass man
Christ.
approached like the
Trolls.
investigators from the internet is like spamming their inboxes on Discord with these paragraphs of like, hey, I'm this guy. I know this about Wings and that about Wings, and I know I grew up with him, and I know his
Wow.
brother, and I know
What
his
a
sister.
fucking
and
loser.
Like he's and like finally he says something like,
Yeah,
and I know
fucking
something
loser.
no one knows about his sister, and it's that moment where they stop ignoring him.
The
And
guy
they're-
desperate for attention, willing to say
the guy
anything.
who's desperate for attention and like trying to hurt Wings, I guess, for some reason, says this, and
Taylor is green screened in front of some giant foam. Like one square of that foam is bigger than his entire body.
so that gets their attention, right? They're like, all right, wait, what the fuck? And so for 4 hours, they sit and have a recorded conversation with this guy where they told him it was being recorded, mind you. Don't let him fucking slip out of that one either. Here's what happened.
What a petty, dumb asshole.
Wings at one point, being the uncouth motherfucker he is, said to his sister, hey.
You stink like shit. Bet anybody who doesn't say my sister stinks, she needs to wash her vagina with bleach.
You've got some feminine odor that you need to take care of. That hurt her feelings. She told mom. The mom was like, hey, you can't say that. And he's like, we're all living here together and it smells. All right? Boys, that is.
I think that may have been the same podcast where Woody comes out and is like, yeah, every time I've been around Wings, he smells clean. Like he makes sure his shit's in check, literally.
That is it. That is it.
With this video coming to a close, we'll focus on the status of Jordy. When we began this update video, he was on a weight loss journey and on antidepressants that help regulate his outburst well. He was fulfilling his wishes to the point that even the largest channel dedicated to him lost interest. Though there was a quick scare at losing his fiancée, now turned wife, he relapsed and fast-tracked.
Yeah, Drifter still makes good shit, man.
Tracked his weight.
I know he's been in some crazy stuff. I don't know all the details, so.
Again. Even after the marriage, he continued down this road with his consumption of food increasing as the days passed. This is not to shun Jordy or focus on his lack of commitment, but to show how damaging it is for him to feed into his vices. One thing triggers another, and he finds himself unable to escape a series of events that has him doing
There was a horse.
little but pitying his situation. Trolls, whether true or not, use this as an excuse to further harass him, as they feel an
Making fucking spreadsheets of Wings doing stuff.
entitlement due to donating towards the surgery, but not seeing promising results. Though for viewers not so invested, it can equally hurt, because many people want Jordy to improve on himself and live a more fulfilling life. They want a testimony, a sort of hope that people, even when they feel they are at their worst, can improve. And they can, but Jordy seems to have a hard time in doing so. Instead, he is stuck in a loop of doing better and getting much worse. Probably a claustrophobic situation to be in, but definitely a claustrophobic, as to say anxiety-inducing, thing to watch. Though what he
Interesting
does
stuff,
have
man.
is a culture, a following that has not just a few lines of dialogue or memes that are specific to a typical content creator. He has entire channels dedicated to his every comment and item of food he consumes,
yes,
with nearly all of it having certain constants, as it originates from the same man, with the same squeaky chair and the exact same room, time after time.
All right, guys. Interesting stream. We watched the whole Wings video. I'll be back tomorrow with more content. I might come back and stream some Elden Ring. I don't know, but I got to do some stuff first. I'll see you all real soon, maybe in a few minutes.